Well, I've been the Briscoes lady for 27 years, which has gone so excessively fast. This is Elby, by the way. This is my mother's dog. I got involved in acting for television commercials when I worked in radio, and I was a sound engineer for 10 years back for Radio New Zealand. So I used to make all the commercials, get the announcers behind the microphone from my late teens to my late 20s, and then I stopped to have children. And just prior to doing that, I got auditioned to be the Briscoes lady, and I always remember thinking, gosh, when I leave radio, it would be really fabulous if I could be the Briscoes lady for a year after I have this little baby. And that little baby will be 25 in March. Unbelievably, yes, people do recognise me out on the street. To me, it's my other persona, and I just think, no, nobody will do that. And my sister always says to me, oh, for goodness sake, Tammy, of course they do. But probably one of the real key things is my voice. So if I shut up, I would be all right. People might not pick who I was, but they still do. And unfortunately, there's a lot of words to be said every day, and I've got to say a fair few of them. And so people then they pick up and then they'll go, oh my gosh, you're the Briscoes lady. And so yeah, people do recognise me, but people are always just really, really lovely and very warm and friendly, and I get pretty much a good response from people when they work out who I am, which is great. Well, I certainly don't have eternal youth, my word, but I always have a wonderful team of people that help me to keep my energy levels up. Your makeup lady, the stylist, always you can have a lot of jokes and a lot of fun. And I think if you're having fun on set, then it comes across. And I really love what I do. I so love what I do. And I really enjoy the fact that I get to go to Auckland for the day or for several days. And I love being with the crew, because the crew I've worked with so many times, all various different crews, and so it's lovely because it's like working with friends again, so you're renewing your friendship. I really love the fact that I get to stay in a nice hotel. I don't have to stay at home. Someone will cook my meal that night. But I guess the eternal youth part is just smiling a lot, and predominantly I'm a happy person. I'm sure my husband would disagree at times, and our sons, but yeah, I really love life. I've been married to Michael for over 30 years now, and he's been a dairy farmer all my life, all our married life, and pretty much all of his life when he hasn't been at school, and even prior to that. And just recently the farm was sold, and so he's in semi-retirement, and it's just wonderful because here's this guy that I like to be around, who's around a whole lot more, so we can work together in the garden, which is just one of my favourite things. My mother was quite an amazing cook, actually, but probably very much that era of a lot of meat and veg, but Mother was actually also very, very good at desserts, and she made a very complicated thing, and I must go through all her paperwork and find it, but it was called coffee souffle. Oh my word, similar to the Berry Delight, but it had coffee in it, and very moussey and light and fluffy, and it was always my mother's piece de resistance when she had a dinner party. I'm very lucky, I'm very fortunate from probably both my parents. I inherited the genes where probably up until a few years ago I could almost eat anything I wanted to at any time. Tragically that has passed, which is what happens at a certain age in life, but I really can't walk past Battenberg. So, you know, anything with almond icing, or, and his friends will attest to this, wedding cake or Christmas cake that has almond icing, and particularly if you get the corners, because the corners have the most almond icing, and they've got a bit of cake, and the cake is wonderful, but oh my gosh, almond icing. But with Battenberg you get the chocolate at each end, so that's pretty jolly special.